Yo Bakey boy, I got combos. Baka?
Hey Timmy.
Baka? Why are you a chibi? Did you get into the character creator game? And why is Rob floating around like he's in zero gravity? What the fuck is going on? And why the fuck is Mike vibrating? My brain requires an explanation.
Greetings, Timmy.
Oh, hey agent. Any idea why I don't see anything that makes sense here?
Not really.
Well, at any rate, it's nice to see someone who isn't confusing me.
Hey there Timmy Tim.
I'm presuming Baka has something to do with all this?
I guess so. After he called me back here, everyone wanted him to read more stuff from that book. So I went to the kitchen to make some iced tea, and when I got back, Baka was a chibi and everyone else had apparently decided to vibrate and blatantly defy the laws of gravity.
Damn. Being a chibi swell. Why didn't I think of this last year?
Oh, I know what's going on. This is definitely the work of Baka magic.
Oh boy, Timmy, why don't you tell us the story of Baka magic?
Yeah, tell us about Baka magic. I've always wanted to hear about it.
Yeah, that does sound like an amusing story. I'd sure like to hear it.
Okay. Gather round guys, I'm about to tell you the story of Baka magic. The story begins 537 years ago in the faraway land of Meat Fountain, where the people sailed the skies in their rowboats for days on end, where the people would pick potatoes fresh from the trees, and bacon swam freely in the streams, and every blacksmith in town knew the secret of cooking corn so it wouldn't get stuck in your teeth. The mayor and patron criminal mastermind of Meat Fountain was the noble Sir Edward Baka IV, who had presided over the town for 2.5 generations. Sir Baka came into power after it was discovered that the previous ruler, Queen Lemonade McDogfucking, was secretly a motorcycle worshipper. With her darkest secret revealed, Queen McDogfucking rode her trusty raisin into the sunset to live among the gods of Netflix and smear internet on her tits and so on. Sir Baka was loved by all his subjects, especially after he established the Yogurt Festival, where everyone in town would sing in the shower together. Sir Edward Baka spent the first year and 12 days of his reign convulsing about his room and banging his face into the walls because he forgot how to make hash browns, and then he got a truck. It was the finest truck in the land. It had 46 cup holders in a batting box, and it ran on dope beats made by Captain Crunch, because Captain Crunch was a rapper in this era. Oh how mad dope them beats were, but people often complained that the beats cut the insides of their elbows and made windows crash. This all changed one terrible day, when Meat Fountain was overrun by obnoxious Asians who sang shitty music, and ran around claiming they wanted to be just like Lady Gaga. So shitty was their music, that even the sick-ass beats of Cap and Yo-ass Crunch could drown out the air-molesting levels of suck, and Aryan wannabe cries of despair. Sir Baka sent all the heroes Meat Fountain had to offer to battle the menace, and if that failed, to pole dance at the clubs. But alas, all attempts to rid the land of the invasion failed, and no one in Meat Fountain was in the mood to get sexy. Having no other options, Sir Baka called upon the ancient Themarian people of New 333 land, who were notorious for their hatred of obnoxious chinkies who make terrible music, not to mention their need to beat senseless any gay Mexicans they came across. Despite the part where the country of Mexico had yet to be established. But let's ignore that. It's really not important. He summoned a great warrior race with the orgasm horn, a horn that when blow, made the sound of a chick having an orgasm, and gave them a traditional Meat Fountain greeting. They exterminated the gay chinkies with PK Hemoa, The most powerful technique in TSI-PK Hemoa was such a powerful attack, that if someone was hit with it, their stomach would expand to an unnatural size. Then, the person's cock would go up their own ass, and when it came out, it would tear out their rectum. And any gay chinky who survived the ordeal would no longer be a gay chinky, just a chinky. And if they tried to sing their shitty music, their balls would turn to boulders and slam so hard into their face they would have to take their shoes off to shit. The onslaught of slant-eyed Darien wannabes vanquished, Sir Baka requested that new 333 Land join its forces with Meat Fountain. And they said okay, sure, whatever. But all was not well in the lands neighboring Meat Fountain. A select few of the nauseous Asian bards heard tell of the Temerian warriors, and evacuated into the nearby kingdom of Butt Factory. Still others found refuge in the more technologically advanced Republic of Liver Failure. The horribly written songs from the obnoxious Asians brought misery to the lives of the citizens of Butt Factory. So disrupted were its workers that the buttsmiths could no longer fashion the high-quality buttocks for which they were so well known. The ass craftsmen and crack forgers feared leaving their shops lest their ears be accosted by the awful discords of the Asians, singing laments of their not being white, and then going into denial and singing how great it was to be white, even though they weren't. Even Leon Kennedy was reluctant to face them, in dire need of a new ass as he was. The Asians singing brought woe to the people of Liver Failure, worsening their hangover-induced headaches. Fortunately, Meat Fountain's greatest explorer, Chaz the retro gaming Jorgen, soon returned from his expedition to the island of E6, bringing with him a treasure trove of Lucarios. Chaz and Sir Baka decorated their palaces with scores of Lucarios, which filled them to critical mass with aura which made everyone in the vicinity wanna go ride motorcycles. Because that's what the Lucarios in question like to do. Don't ask why. Why is it that some people love sausages and other people can't stand eating sausages? Who knows? I'm not the one to ask. Point is, they like motorcycles. That's the important thing. Why is it important? Again, I'm not the one to ask. It just is. The next morning, Sir Baka enterprised to prepare a barbecue-flavored Hot Pocket in the microwave. However, the motorcycle enthusiastic aura combined with the deadly microwave radiation created a new breed of energy. Sir Baka dubbed this limitless source of power Baka Magic. Having finally formulated a way to rid the fair land of annoying Asians for good, he called the Temerian warriors and formed a guild known as the Knights of the Oblong Toilet. Combining the sheer power of TSI with the mystery of Baka magic, the Knights of the Oblong Toilet banished the Chinks from the kingdoms of Liver Failure and Butt Factory. By the end of the day, the entire nation of Penis Carnival had been freed from the grip of the rice niggers and their shitty music.
You are not white. You are not white.
And the Asians filled with Baka magic were thus banished to forever wander the walls of Walmart, when Walmart was established as a franchise, forever looking for gardening tools and the ending to the aristocrats' joke, with Meat Fountain at peace. The Knights of the Oblong Toilet well received by IGN, despite the fact that they weren't Call of Duty, and the Wii U still devoid of games. Sir Edward Baka began to catalog of the spells of Baka magic. Chaz left on another expedition and was briefly marooned, but being the resourceful adventurer he was, he returned to Meat Fountain by building a makeshift airplane with nothing but driftwood, coconuts, and his own semen, and sprinkled upon the kingdom with 14,008 Lucarios. And the kingdom lived in prosperity. Until it got carjacked by pterodactyls and died in a hail of bullets. And so on. And that's the story of Baka magic.
Baka has knowledge.
I'm poorly drawn. Baka, you need to redraw me.